Let's start.
Hello, sports fans.
Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by.
Now, here's JP.
All right, what's up, my friends? Mi amigos on this Friday. Yeah, I'm wearing a Florida State hat. That's right. I got my FSU hat on. We got regionals, super regionals starting tonight out in Corvallis, Oregon. So we're dialed in. But, man, we got Rays baseball to talk about. Holy hell, what a finish last night. What the hell was that? Thank you, you bumbling Rangers. And as you might have surmised by now, the Rangers bumbling Bad News Bears act here in Tampa, because it wasn't just last night, it was the night before with our good friend Kumar Rocker, John Rocker's illegitimate son, allowing a run to score because he's absolutely brain dead. Same thing happened last night, except it cost them the game as they gave up 3 in the ninth. What a rally by the Rays. Fun stuff. So we will get to that. But I think that's what drove our good friend Tim, IndyCar Tim, and our Dallas affiliate to not post this morning. Probably some late night crying in his beer. Can you blame him? You know, poor Rangers fan watching that disgraceful performance over the last few days. But, hey, credit the Rays. They're putting it to him. A sweep for the Rays, and we are going to talk about the starting third baseman for the American League All-Star team, Junior Kemner. If only it was that fair, because right now there's maybe no hotter hitter in the game. Maybe Raleigh, but I'll say Junior Kemner is getting it done. So we'll get some Rays talk this morning. You guys, since Timmy's not here, we're going to open it up. All you lovely commenters out there that take shots at me each and every day, and I love you all. It's fun. Hell, John Cooper took a shot at me the other night. That was fun. All in good fun, and I can handle it. I don't have thin skin like many others around in the public world these days. Yeesh. Stay off Twitter, everybody. John Hill's already in here this morning. Glad you're feeling better. Now we got to worry about Tim. He texted me this morning and said he's in the clinic for high blood pressure. I said, well, get the STD panel while you're there, pal. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yes, Tyrese Cyclone basketball to the NBA. I didn't know he was an Iowa Stater. I did not know that. I did not know that. I did not know that. But how about a winner? Here's my best Tyrese Halliburton stat. I don't think he needs prayers. I think he's just hungover. Don't worry about that, Johnny. You can pray for him if you like. We'll pray for him. Get better, Timmy. So you guys, it's open mic Friday. Open mic Friday. Ask me anything you want. Anything you want. Sports related, food related, movie related, alcohol related, politics related, whatever you want. Just don't mention Brody Brazil, and let's not talk about the stadium unless you really, really want to. I can give you a little bit of an update that we had this week, but not really. But we can talk about it. Whatever you guys want to bring to the table, bring it to the table. I'll be happy to answer any and all of your questions today, and we're going to review the week too. So all good. Lots to get to today. Brian Baldinger was at OTAs yesterday for the Buccaneers, and he had some interesting things to say. So we're going to play that little clip. Pete Prisco is picking the Bucs to really do well. CBS Sports, longtime NFL expert. Yeah. So I'm going to play that for you as well. And I'm going to tell you right away, I'm a little upset that the Bucs are getting this much love. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know, we like to stay under the radar. We're better with chip on the shoulder. So all these people giving the Bucs love is starting to really bother me. You know, can we get back to the hating? Can we get back to everybody picking the Falcons? Because that's what really drives us. I mean, let's be honest. That's what really drives us. So let's all get back to picking the Falcons. Let's throw some Panthers in there. I'm sure there's some weirdos out there that think Spencer Rattler's going to run the table for the Saints. Whatever you like. But let's stop picking the Bucs. But unfortunately, everybody is. So we'll get into that a little bit. I got a little John Cooper for you from the Tampa Sports Club at Tampa Bay Banquet the other night, which has gotten rave reviews. Oh, my good friend Paul Thomason is in this morning. Extravaganza Productions says Tampa's best sports radio host right there. Oh, thank you, Paul. Paul posted something. I'm going to try to grab that picture that you posted, Paul, because you're thoroughly embarrassing me and it made the rounds. Actually, I think I could just show it to you guys. Stand by, because somebody sent it to me this morning. The great Scott Fitzgerald sent it to me this morning. Where is that sucker? Where did you put it? Oh, no. All right, I'll find it later for you guys. Anyway, but thank you, Paul, for coming in here. As Michael Circle says, yes, agree. We are best as underdogs. Start crapping on the Buccaneers, please. We need more shit talk about the Buccaneers. Somebody start going after Baker Mayfield. Maybe we need to manufacture this. I'm not going to do it like I do with the Rays. I'm just not going to do it. Can't do it. It's not in my heart to do it. But if I have to, I will. Tongue in cheek, I will do it. I'll give a rant of how much the Bucs suck, and they can work off that. I'll do it. Also, yes, we'll talk a little college baseball. Our good friend, intern Emily Peters, is going to come in, and since Timmy's not coming in, she said she would come in and talk a little bit about FSU baseball, set up the regional. But also, I want to talk about what's going on in college baseball, this epidemic of shit talking and unsportsmanlike conduct, in my opinion, all over college baseball. It's sickening to me. I got into it with one of my good frat brothers here locally, who thinks, I like to see the fire. And I get that part of it. He was talking about, I think it was Wes Mendez, who came up that, Mississippi State started it. They started their pitcher started crap talking FSU when he struck him out. And then Mendez gave it back to him, but maybe crossed the line a little bit. And Chipper Jones called him out. And I don't have a problem with it. It's not like, the kid needs to be thrown out of baseball. It's not what I'm saying. His emotions got the best of him. It happened. But I hope Link Jarrett, the FSU coach, said, hey, that's not what we do. That's not what we do. We don't call the other team a bunch of inbreds. Although it was kind of a funny line. I'll admit that. The sky's not falling here. But I think college baseball needs to get a hold of it because it's unbecoming. It's really unbecoming. It's not baseball. I'm all for the bat flips and celebrating with your team. I'm all let's do that as much as you want. But, getting in the face of other teams and taunting them is not where it's at. And that's totally what the SEC baseball is all about. And I'm, with going total WWE, I'm not for it. I just don't like it. Maybe you guys have another opinion, and that's cool. So we'll get into that a little bit. Emily will join us to talk some college baseball. And whatever you guys want to bring to the table, obviously the game last night was incredible, the NBA game, the ending of that, Tyrese Halliburton hitting that shot, John Hill. I got to tell you, man, and this stat blew me away. So in the last 3 seconds of a playoff game to either tie or take the lead, Tyrese Halliburton is 5 for 5. 5 for 5. There's only one player in the history of the NBA that has more of those shots. LeBron James has 8 of them in his entire 300-year career. I mean, seriously, how many playoff games has he played? But he's also 8 for 34. I think it was the number Stephen A. Smith had last night. 8 for 34. Tyrese Halliburton is 5 for 5. That may be one of the, because of its importance, making a shot in the last 3 seconds to tie or win a game, a playoff game. Because of that importance, this is not some, with all due respect to Drew Rasmussen, 4 starts in a row, that he did. First time ever did that. No runs, less than 10 hits, less than 3 walks, I believe, which is awesome. First time it's ever been done. But we're talking about playoffs, biggest stage for the NBA. There's the NBA, but yeah, it's that. And again, last night, and who was it? It was talking. I think it was Legler was talking about this, and when I watched it, I was like, "What are you doing? Like, why? Like, rule number one in man-to-man defense, okay, especially late when you know you're going to isolate. When it's late and they got to isolate, make them use their weak hand. How do you let him drive right and pull up? Force the weak hand into help. You know he's going to take the shot. The fundamentals of the game across all sports, wow, really bad, as we will show you in baseball here in just a second. Really bad. I mean, you got to force him left to the middle of the court where your help defense is. But instead, you let him go right, pull up for a midi that he's going to hit every time. I'm not trying to, diminish what he did. He took what it was given to him, and it was pretty freaking easy given the circumstance. But hey, and the Pacers were down 14 with 9 minutes left. I mean, OKC is a great squad, and they were a double-digit favorite last night. But I told you yesterday, I love the underdog Pacers. Love them. Loved them last night to cash some money, and we cashed some money. Now, we were down 14 late. I wasn't too happy with my pick. But another thing, I think it was it Lego? No, it was Windhorse said afterwards. Not that we're going to get into too much NBA, but this was a crazy game last night. Windhorse said when he was talking to some of the Pacers officials and upper management, they were like, we're kind of outgunned in this, and we get that but here's the one thing we know. If we can get them to the fourth quarter in a tight game, they'll choke. Because they don't play a lot of close games. We do. We know how to win down the stretch. So if we can get them to a tight game and we could just hang in there in the fourth quarter, we can win some games. And damned if they didn't. Damned if they didn't call that shot. Yeah, and I think that's where, and that means something. Playing in the clutch means something. Siakam's been there before. And Halliburton clearly is one of the best clutch shooters in the history of the game. At least the numbers are telling us that. That's a hell of a play. And I think we got a series. And I'm here for it. You know why I'm here for it? Because it ain't no KD, ain't no James Harden, ain't no LeBron James. None of those knuckleheads. This is the new NBA. And I tell you what, I like these stars. I really like them. Tyrese Halliburton was on with Scott Van Pelt last night and just is real and is relaxed and genuine. Just John Hill, I'll say, a Iowa State bred young man. Like, very impressive. SGA, that whole group there with Chad, Jamal, the whole group, man, very likable people. Not pushing any agendas down my throat, just playing basketball and having fun. Thank you. Thank you for returning the joy of the game. I appreciate it. So for all of you out there that have been like me for a long time with the NBA, you might want to go back in the water. It's okay now. It's okay. That game last night was entertaining to watch. Really, really entertaining. And guys you can root for, can really, really root for. So I think the NBA it might be on the rise with this group of stars because they're extremely likable. SGA, Halliburton, a lot. They just are, and fun to watch. Fun to watch. All right, so let me get into some of the comments here, and just to say good morning since I'm on my own here this morning. Michael Sorgel, good morning to you over there in the Netherlands. Thanks for joining us. How's the weather over there? Give me some news. Let me know what's going on. By the way, we recognize June 6th. June 6th. It was 81 years ago today. 81 years ago today. The greatest generation stormed the beaches of Normandy and set the world free. The greatest generation. I was texting with Paul Wilson this morning, and his great uncle was on the beaches. Crazy story. He texted me. I'll read it to you. He enlisted in the Army at 17, became a sergeant in the oldest Army battalion in Virginia that dates back to the Revolutionary War. I should do this in my Paul Wilson voice, who would do it in like a Reagan voice. Eisenhower himself walked up to him after he hit 2 out of 3 targets at 1,000 yards in a tank while training in Devon, England. After he was injured, they took him back to England. And 6 months later, he went back to France. How about that? 6 months later, they put him right back in there. He lived to be 88. Churchill sent the Queen Mary to pick up troops in New York City in 1942. Google the Queen Mary. Yeah, how about that? He was on the Queen Mary when they sunk the Scottish vessel. Unreal Quentin Wilson was on that and lived to tell, my granddaddy, Paul's brother. Meanwhile, my grandfather was at the USS Missouri. They delivered the bomb. Yeah, so many heroes of that generation. Every Memorial Day, I put the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan up there. I showed it to my 12-year-old stepson the other day. I made him watch it, and his son. Both of them. One's an 8th grader. One's a 6th grader. Florida Public Schools. And I asked them. I said, "You guys know what D-Day is?" They're like, "Doomsday." I said, "No, D-Day. You know what D-Day is? Historical event." No. I have no idea. No. I'm like, okay, well, I know Michael Circle knows. He wouldn't be free there if it was not for D-Day. Had no idea about it. Never even heard of it. 8th grade and 6th grade. Crazy. So we educated him a little bit, told him a little bit about it. Then we showed him the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan. And they're just like, for about 10 minutes, and then they got on their phones. Put your phone away. Watch this. So I wanted to make him watch the whole movie, but that would be a bridge too far. So yes, we recognize. And if you have any stories or thoughts about D-Day, it's one of I'm a historian nut. My good friend Chris Thomas. We used to talk about World War II all the time at Channel 8 while we watched the Rays bungle their way to another loss. They were really bad back then. So yeah, we raise our glass, and I'm not Tim this morning. This is actually coffee and my methylene blue. We raise our glass and salute the greatest generation and what they did. Just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. All right, back to your questions and comments. Please jump in here. No cup holders at the Trop, according to Colleen Wright, when I tweeted her about the $5 million project. How about that? I mean, this is the deal, guys. If you're looking for upgrades to the Trop, you'll be lucky if you get the new pee pads. Yeah, with Stu's face on it. That's that. I requested that. I don't think it's going to happen though. Yeah, you're not gonna. I mean, they have to do a whole new scoreboard. What do you think that's going to look like? I mean, you want to talk about the lowest bidder? The city is doing this in protest. They have to do it, so they're not going to put any bells and whistles on it. You know, when the Bucs upgraded their stadium, right? The city, the county, I guess, who owns TSA and owns a stadium, they were charged with paying for it. You know, that in the contract. But, you know, they only, you know, there was certain things that they had to do, were compelled to do. And then the Bucs used their money, I believe it was about $130 million, if I'm not mistaken, to add to it for new suites, new upgrades in sound system, new boards, all that stuff. So, yes, the Bucs threw in their money. Okay. Now certainly we're going to get it back in their investment, obviously. But at least they did. Don't expect that from Stu Sternberg. Don't expect any of that. He's not going to add anything significant to make it better for you, a better game experience for you in these next 3 years. So I would, you know, when you get back in there, if we're going back to the Trop, and I'm still not completely sure we are, if they're going to do this, but it very much looks like they are, then it's not going to be great. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be worse than it was. You ain't getting no cup holders, Lonnie. Trust me. Yeah. John Hill, Halliburton was in the same class as Brock Purdy. Wow. What the hell are they doing in Ames? Like, why? Like, why is Iowa State top 10 in football and basketball and everything? Why is their program so good? Way better than these guys, Florida State, and all the resources we have. What the hell are you guys doing? What's in that corn? Jiminy Christmas. Putting out some great athletes. Really, really good. All right, before I get to more comments, let's just get to the game last night. So the Rays win 4-3. They're down 3-1. They can't, I think they had 2 hits through 8 innings because they had Morel in the lineup. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. And, the more I talk crap about him, he'll probably start hitting. He was awful last night. And I think I didn't see this myself, so I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. But one of our listeners, or actually, there's 247 Rays, said after Morel struck out that Cash, cut away a Cash, or I think they were at the game. Cash was just shaking his head. And I said this earlier. I said, I'm not so sure that Cash is on board with Christopher Morel still being on. How in the world can a manager, when you take a piece like Chandler Simpson away, which is like the ultimate chess piece for a manager late in the game, pinch running, pinch hitting. I mean, the dude is he's the ultimate chess piece. In these 2 1-run games that we've lost in the last week, you think he could have made a difference? Hell yes. Could have made a difference last night or 2 nights ago when they had them, when they, what was that last night? When they pinch ran Cabby, but they could have pinch run Simpson. The Morel wasn't on the team, and then you could have pinch hit Cabby. You don't want to be pinch running him. You want his bat late in the game. If you're going to start somebody else, you want his bat, his experienced bat late in the game, especially a right-handed bat in that situation. So last night, it handicapped him again. in the chess move. So I don't think Kevin Cash is on board with this Chandler Simpson thing at all. Morel was awful last night. He was awful at the plate. His discipline, and I know Topkin wrote, well, he was part of the rally. He hit a ground ball to third base that the third baseman misplayed, like so many of these Rangers plays. I think that would have been the final out. It's a ground ball to third that he misplayed. It wasn't some hit. He didn't come through in the clutch, in my opinion. And frankly, neither did Taylor Walls. That's a ground ball to second. Should have been an out. The first baseman, I don't know what the hell he's doing. So let's see if we'll play this for you. So hopefully it'll play. There we go.
Right side. Nobody's covering first.
Let's go back to the beginning.
And a little ground ball
to second. Go to first.
Nobody's covering first. The tying run will score, and the winning run will score. The Rays win it on that ground ball. Aranda scored the tying run, and Caballero came around to score. Nobody covered first. There was a hesitation out there on the infield.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, Dwayne. There's a lot going on. He's like trying to encapsulate this. He's like, what kind of madness did we just see? Yeah, so 2 outs, runners on second and third, and Caminero and Brady, the third base coach, were all over this. And probably because they'd watched, Rocker and the rest of these jamokes do stupid stuff all series long. And they're like, you know what? 2 outs. I'm going to try to score on a base hit here, or wait a minute, it's in the infield. Wait, they're not paying attention. Why don't I just keep running? This is a great play by Caminero. Absolutely great heads-up baseball. And you might be able to see at the top of the screen, look at his extended lead. Now, this is a mistake that so many Major League Baseball players do all the freaking time. It's like, they're not holding you on in this situation. Take a freaking halfway to third base lead. I mean, and he gets a great jump with 2 outs. So, and then just never stops. It's a brilliant play by Caminero, but also complete bumbling idiots. And you watch Simeon's throw is like half-hearted at best. So let's watch this madness again. 2 outs.
Ball right side. Nobody's covering first. The tying run will score, and the winning run will score. The Rays win it on that ground ball. Aranda scored the tying run, and Caballero came around to score. Nobody covered first. There was a
Yeah, nobody covered first. Yeah, unfortunately, they cut away as Simeon was throwing the ball. You can see it here. Sorry for you guys on the podcast, but yeah, so Simeon, the first baseman tries to come over. It's a ground ball to second. Like, why the first baseman is trying to cut this off, I have no idea. It's a routine 60 miles an hour exit velocity, 3-hopper to second. Game's over. The game's over. And the pitcher's not covering because why should he be? It's a ground ball to second. Like, what the F is the first baseman doing? So they got no out at first as Aranda scores to tie the game. And then, Caminero is just absolutely cruising around third base and comes in to score.
Score. The Rays win it on that ground ball.
I mean, it's not like we came up with 2 clutch hits there. It was a ground ball to third and a ground ball to second. And the Rangers just absolutely butchered it. Absolutely butchered it, much like they did the night before. So, the Rays get the sweep, and they are rolling. And Caminero has 16 RBIs in his last 8 games, 11 runs, none bigger than that one, 15 home runs, hit a bomb with 108 exit velocity, dead center field, 417 that sounded like a freaking bomb going off. I mean, this kid is just absolutely in a groove right now, and it is fun to watch him play baseball. Fun to watch the Rays play baseball. That comeback last night was they're down 4-1. And you got Morel and Wall, and I'm like, no, there's no. And I'm getting ready to go off on this whole Morel thing, and I'm still doing that. This guy has no business being on this team. I just, come on, this is ridiculous. And in my opinion, given his intellect and his nonverbal communication, Kevin Cash doesn't want it either. How could he possibly? How could he possibly want Christopher Morel instead of Chandler Simpson? You're a manager. I mean, you need tools in your tool belt. That dude is the ultimate utility tool. He's the drill that you could put about 15 different things on. That's Chandler Simpson, and it's really fast and it works hard. 20 volts, maybe more. I mean, just freaking unbelievable. And we're doing this run without him. This team can be so much better than it is. And I caution you I see a lot of you on Twitter. Oh, we got a great lineup. We got a great lineup. And against good pitching, this lineup, little sus. We need a deeper lineup. We need more. It's great, but we need more. And don't forget, it's not your money. Stop with that. Well, I don't want to go out and spend money on a big slugger. Why not? It's not your money. Shut up. Spend money. Go get him. It doesn't work. What about Nelson Cruz? All right. Well, unfortunately, he couldn't hit in the Trop because it's the only place on the planet that dude couldn't hit was the Trop, and he said so, and that was why. So it wasn't that they went out and made a move, cost him Joe Ryan. I get it. The fact you're playing in that dump, like the only place of real estate on earth that Nelly Cruz couldn't hit. So don't let that burn you. Go out and get another guy and spend some money over this pitching staff. Now, you got McClanahan coming back. You got Boyle at AAA. Shane Baz may be better suited back in the bullpen. You can, not that we want to lose Zach Littell or anybody, but you got to give up something good to get something good. And if Sternberg would just take the shackles off and allow Neander to spend some money in a trade and add payroll, they could go out and get a big hitting left fielder. And you can also have Chandler Simpson on the team, mix and match, off days, different roles. Don't worry about it. You're going to get injuries too in the outfield. But, we got a lot of similar players in the outfield. Fast guys, some of them can hit for average, not a whole lot of power, and they're not proven. They're young kids. And when it comes to the postseason, it comes to good pitching, they're not gonna be up to stuff. They're not. Get a proven freaking slugger. The guys that come out in postseason and do something. This team is ripe for that. They are absolutely ripe for that. And I'm here for it. All right, we're going to take our first break, and then we're going to come back and get comments. Once again, any questions, I will be answering them to the best of my ability. I may fudge a little bit, but I'll tell you if I am. But I will, anything you want to bring to the table, doesn't have to be sports related, music, movie, foods, whatever you want to do, we will do. So a quick break. We're brought to you by the great folks at the Jeeves Law Group. You're in the Jeeves Law Group studio right here. They are local, they are trusted, and they get results. Scott Jeeves is a highly decorated attorney, and his attorneys will go out and work hard for you. And, sometimes bigger ain't better, folks. Sometimes bigger is just bigger, and you get lost, right? You want people who know the local landscape of the legal proceedings, the judges, all that stuff. That's very, very important. And that's what the Jeeves Law Group does great. They've been doing this for over 25 years here, JeevesLawGroup.com. Also, we're brought to you by ConstructionFL.com. Jason Fawcett is the owner over there. You met him the other day. They will give you a free consultation. And with hurricane season coming up, we talked about this yesterday when he was, or a couple days ago when he was in. Get in line. Like, get a spot in line with your contractor. Meet Jason. Find out what they're all about. Look at their 5-star reviews. Develop a relationship with him. So if something were to happen and you need a contractor, you're not going to have to wait 6 months to get the work done. He's already seen your house. He knows what's going on. They'll take pictures. They'll do all that stuff. So when something happens, you're ready and you're in line to have a contractor. This is smart stuff, folks. So take advantage of it. The free consultation, onsiteconstructionfl.com. Call them and say, hey, I heard you on the JP show. You give that free consultation. You come out and look at the house, and maybe you'll go over some ideas that you hadn't even thought about restoring your house or adding on to it, because that's something they do really, really well. Onsiteconstructionfl.com. All right, back at 3 with your comments and a lot more. We'll hear from Pete Prisco, John Cooper. Baldy was out at practice yesterday. Lots of good stuff coming your way. Stay with us. Quick break. Although it may seem tempting to go without health care insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings, or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. Spring means a time of renewal and Rays baseball, and the folks at Italiano Insurance want to welcome the Rays to Tampa and remind you it's time to renew those insurance policies with the now famous Italiano Insurance Checkup. Let the experienced and friendly agents shop your policy for the best price and coverage. Famous for saving me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year and over $500 on our homeowners. Now that's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Costs less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a big whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with the all-star agents at Italiano Insurance. 813-877-7799 and go to ItalianoInsurance.com. Go Rays! JP here for Riveters, our new official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. And just like our show, no BS, no corporate chain feel, just amazing, authentic folks serving great comfort food in a casual atmosphere at unheard of prices. Riveters is located just south of Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field on Dale Mabry, walking distance to the park. So free parking, great place for pregame and postgame. Let's talk about fresh food. Nothing is frozen. Burgers, wings, prime rib, roasted fresh daily, never frozen. That makes a huge difference. The mahi, the salmon, also super fresh. All our sauces are original recipes made in-house. Our Warhawk chili and fully loaded potato soup is made fresh in-house. It's the best food anywhere, served by people who actually care. Riveters on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of where the Bucs and Rays play. We'll see you there. Are you looking to renovate your home, rebuild after the hurricanes, or build your dream home from scratch? Well, let me tell you about my friend Jason Fawcett and On-Site Construction. They have over 1,450 satisfied clients, 25 years of experience, over 500 designs, and a talented team of over 40 construction professionals. They believe building something exceptional begins by truly focusing on all the details, even the smallest ones. We understand that construction can be a daunting process, and we're here to make it as smooth and stress-free as possible. Quality is non-negotiable at On-Site Construction. We use the finest materials, employ the most skilled tradespeople, and adhere to the highest industry standards to deliver a product we're proud of and that you're going to love. Our project management is meticulous with a focus on completing projects on time and on budget. Your happiness is our primary driver. So give us a call at 813-579-5789 or check out our incredible website at onsiteconstructionfl.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show here as we roll on this Friday. Timmy is at the clinic getting checked out for his blood pressure. Hope everything goes well, Timmy. Are you going to tell him about the 15 fireball shots he did last night? Are you going to tell him? You going to be honest? I don't know. Get better, my friend. All right, so it's Open Mic Friday, so you guys can open up and ask me anything. I will answer your questions. So let's get right to it. By the way, we're brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799. Do that insurance checkup right now. Get your flood insurance, get your business insurance. Yeah, and the flood insurance, by the way, you got a 30-day wait period. So while everything's quiet in the tropics, get it done now. You've been putting it off. It's not, if you're not in a flood zone, it's not that much money. So just find out what it is and get it done, because you do not want to be caught with your pants down. More right rudder from his place in Texas says the Rays stole that win from our Rangers. Yeah, no. I don't know if that's stealing. No, that's kind of like that video I saw yesterday of this lady at the dollar store somewhere. I forget what it is. She was there with her daughter, so teaching her daughter a wonderful lesson, filling up her baskets of stuff at the Dollar General, and then just walking out. Some lady was filming her, like, you can't do that. You can't do it. Watch me. This is how I take care of my kids. She said, okay. Teaching them great lessons. And then the lady was like filming her walking out. And then the other lady pulled a gun. And then she kept filming too. I'm like, I don't know if I would have done that. But yeah, so it's not like I think you gave it away. You just kind of let us walk out the door with that one. I think that's probably a good analogy. Because I'm not sure that we earned it, but we'll take it. We will take it. Douglas Batista, thank you again for your wonderful gift, my friend. Says, was the game at the game last night, Morel Wall's miracle? Let's not. No, Doug. I love you, but I'm not putting. Morel didn't do anything. As a ground ball to third base. Should have been an out. As was Taylor Walls. That was a ground ball to second base. Should have been an out. So I'm going to give Caminero credit. We're going to give him lots of credit. The other two guys, hey, they got the ball in play, so they did something. But let's not go miracle hero. All right, let's not do that. He said he went to the Rays website to buy a ticket for today. 90 degrees, Marlins weekday. Cheapest seat is $61. Did Judge get traded to the Marlins while I was asleep? Well, go to TickPick. Go to TickPick. I hope you didn't buy him yet. I'll do this right now on the air. Yeah, it's a day game today. It's going to be hot as hell. It's a little overcast today, so it actually may not be too bad. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all when it's overcast. It's just the direct sunlight that's awful. All right, so let's see what's going on with the Rays today. Marlins, June 6th. Yeah, from $6. Bro, do not go to the Rays website. Go to all the people that got soaked on season tickets that Stu made all the money on. By the way, our good friend Christopher Palermo, local attorney, has been working on a project to kind of give us a feel for how much money Sternberg made in the initial season ticket buy. He's unbelievable. He's crazy about these numbers. So he's doing this whole spreadsheet and using all the website numbers that he gathered when the sale was going on, the prices, the sellouts, all the numbers. And, if you ever, as we've told you many times, if you ever hear anybody say or write that the Rays are losing revenue at Steinbrenner Field, it is a bald-faced lie. It is a bald-faced lie. They're making tons of money. Most of these tickets are already sold. These $6 tickets, $8 tickets are season ticket holders that paid $180, $90, $250, $500 per ticket and are trying to resell some of them on the market, that games they can't go to. So that's what this is. So, yeah, you can get section 103 for $8 on TickPick. That's row LL. So that's a great seat for $8. You can get 2 tickets. Section 205, $6, $7, $8. Yeah, and these TickPick does no fees. So you can get them out the door, 2 tickets. God, I might even go to the game today for this. Yeah, this is $24 for 4 tickets. Section 205, row K. That's right above the walkway. Gorgeous seat for. Yeah. This stadium should be filled for this today, but it is a day game on a Friday. But it's summer too, so let's get out there and support the Rays, support our team. Absolutely, 100%. Okay, let me get to some other comments here. All right, let's start checking some of the comments there. So anyway, Doug, don't go to the Rays website. Go to TickPick. You get way better deals. All right. Also from Kenneth McCleary, happy fantastic Friday to everybody. How about those Rays and the Texas Rangers not knowing how to cover first base? I think that's much more accurate. William Madden says, next to the late Chris Thomas, JP, best local TV sports anchor. Thank you, sir. Thank you, William Madden. Making my day. Cody says, went to the Crop Trop for the first time, and wow, the energy in that place is much better than the old Trop. Yeah, it absolutely is. It's incredible. Let me, in case you missed it, let me play this one more time for you. All right, this is the walk off last night. Plus, I have to take care of some business here real quick. Watch how we do this all alone.
Aranda scored the tying
off
run,
last night,
and Caballero came around to
watch it one more time here.
And a little ground ball right side. Nobody's covering first. The tying run will score, and the winning run will score. The Rays win it on that ground ball. Aranda scored the tying run, and Caballero came around to score. Nobody covered first. There was a hesitation out there on the infield.
Yes, intern Emily is here. I had to let her in, so that's why we did that. So this is what happens when Tim doesn't show up, folks. So this is what happens. So there you get it. And that's not, I don't think that's a hero moment for Taylor Walls as much as I love it. That's more of a bumbling idiots moment for the Rangers. What else we got here? Robert Williams says in the WNBA, he would have been tackled. Oh, you mean Tyrese Halliburton last night? Yeah, they played better defense than the Thunder did last night in that situation. That's for sure. Michael says it's raining all morning in the Netherlands, maybe on D-Day, like it did on D-Day. D-Day, June 6th, thank you for your service and sacrifice, says John Hill. Absolutely, the greatest generation. As does Michael. Yes, thank you for your service. Daniel Rivera this morning says, good morning, JP. My dad served in World War II in the Pacific Theater. Oh, cool. Where was he? I'm pretty sure. Oh, he answered it right here. Okinawa. Wow, he was on Okinawa? Wow. Man, that was a living hell. A living hell on earth. The tales of Okinawa are just, wow. Now, I believe that's Mount Suribachi, right, where the famous statue takes place, the raising of the flag. That was Okinawa, if I'm not mistaken. I am a history buff, but I'm losing my brain. Daniel Rivera says, and by the way, that price tag is going to be easily north of $100 million, if not more, to repair the Trop. Hunter Tubbs says Steinbrenner was electric last night. How about that walk-off, Doug? it was electric at the end because it was pretty boring up to that point, except for the bomb by Caminero. So not great. I was just reading the story on that from the Times. Colleen Wright did a story on that. It's just pouring money down a money pit, but it is what it is. Talk about a money pit, the Trop. She said City Council on Thursday unanimously approved $5.3 million more for repairs. That's a total of $38.5 million approved to date. The total cost of the project be $56 million. It'll be way north of that. Quote, I look at what we have and what is to come, and I worry about that, the total number, said Council Member Gina Driscoll, whose district includes the Trop. Said, I want to make sure that if it's going to be more, to please manage our expectations ahead of time. It's going to be more, a lot more. They say they're trending on the right path, but as we know in any of this, said the Rays are under contract to play at the Trop through the end of 28, a year later than expected because of the hurricane. Under that agreement, St. Pete is obligated to repair the Trop. The Rays are playing at Steinbrenner right now. I'm just perusing this. Councilmember Richie Floyd, who we've had on the show, voted no on repairing the roof because he favored a settlement between the city and the Rays. Instead, said he would vote with his colleagues to get the project done because he has to. City officials have said that they wanted a settlement that would go towards paying for a new stadium. Yeah, Chris Lotfola was on with us yesterday, and he kind of broke that news that they've been trying to settle with the Rays for a long, long time. So they didn't have to do this, quite frankly, and put that money towards a new stadium. I don't know. I don't think that stadium would have been in St. Pete, but just towards a new stadium, probably in Tampa. So here, like I said yesterday, take the $50 million, so we don't have to, and we can start, redoing the Trop right now instead of putting money into it, blow it up, and so then they would have fixed cost, right? Then they would blow up the Trop, start redeveloping it, and make tons of money from developers, right? So clearly, what would be best for the city of St. Pete? Clearly, what would be best for the constituents there to move on from baseball and start developing that Trop site and start making positive money flow. By the way, positive redevelopment down there instead of extenuating this ridiculousness for another 3 years. You say, JP, where would the Rays play? They could play in Steinbrenner another couple of years. Yeah, the Major League Baseball. If there were new owners, and there's going to be soon, hopefully, unless Stu just hangs on and start, threatening lawsuits and everything else. Who knows? But as we said, there's these due diligence is being done. It's been worked on for a long time, and just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean nothing's happening. Things are happening. But they have to get past this part, the settlement, and they couldn't get it done. So, just think about that for a second. And we talked about this with Chris. This is what would be so much better for the city of St. Pete, right? Let's get a settlement. The Rays can go play in Steinbrenner. He can sell the team. Stu Steinbrenner, in my opinion, right now, could sell the team for an almost $1.8 billion, which he originally put in $50 million of his money. Their team was purchased for $200 million. Okay, he would literally be, and not to mention the hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions, hundreds of millions of dollars he's already taken out of this team. Allegedly, according to the lawsuit. The numbers are there. He could basically make $1.5 billion, at least, probably $2 billion in total profits over the 20 years and walk right now. The city could then move on and start redeveloping the Trop site. And by the way, he could take another $50 million on the way out in the settlement. Here, it's another $50 million. But at least the city could move on and do something, recoup that money, selling it to developers, building beautiful, residential restaurants, health centers. They wanted, I know Moffitt wanted to get in there. There's so many things that could be doing that would benefit the city and the people of Pinellas County in a very positive way. Stu said, no, I don't want to do that. Why? I could do that. I'm going to take my $2 billion plus $50 million and walk. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make it hard for everybody. Why should I help you people? who just spent millions and millions of dollars and wasted 2 years on this new stadium for him only to walk away. And again, I don't like being, talking about this or being mean to Stu Sternberg and it's nothing personal. It's just like, this is what it is, folks. Like, understand what's going on here. That's awful. That's awful. Just take your money and go. The new owners can come in, spend money on the team. Like, imagine. Like, this is not pie in the sky stuff. This should be happening, if not for one guy. He could sell the team. They're ready for $400 million more than it's worth. Walk with a ridiculous profit. Allow the city of St. Pete to start redeveloping the Trop. Have some certainty for the fans to know what's coming. Announce a new ballpark in Tampa. All of this could happen and should be happening. This is what Major League Baseball wants to happen. But no. And nobody's talking about this. Nobody's talking about it. In the Times, is there anything about this? No. I mean, it's criminal what's going on. You don't want to talk about it? You don't want to talk about what the Rays are doing here? Somebody should be answering questions about this. It's criminal what we could have and what's going on and what's gone on for so long here. I mean, it chaps my ass so bad. And it's not about me and Stu Sternberg or anybody else. What could we have as a community? I stood up there at the Sports Club of Tampa Bay banquet the other night, which is just phenomenal. And it's a good place to play this. This is John Cooper talking about Tampa Bay. These are people that truly care about the people here, the sports here. And this, and I said this yesterday, and it was so evident at the Hall of Fame banquet. This is not a city of divas. This is not a city of greedy people. This is not a city of what's best for me. This is a city of what can I do for you to make your life better? What can I do for this group to make your life better? John Cooper, I know what I'm going to go, I'm going to go visit this chemo patient on his first day of chemo. No cameras, no nothing. I'm just going to show up there by myself just to support this Lightning fan that I met the other day out of nowhere. Dickie V, long-time Sarasota resident. I'm going to, Joey Johnson, you want me to wear a Cinderella dress for the front page of your extra special? Sure, I'll put on a Cinderella dress. Sure, I'll do that for you, my friend. Yeah. Rob Higgins, I could go down the line. Terry Rupp, Dom Sios, a high school coach who's probably went by hour. The dude's probably made 10 cents an hour for his entire life being a high school football coach and sent hundreds of kids to colleges on full rides and paved the way for them to become doctors and lawyers and pillars of our community. Doing for others. That's what we do in Tampa Bay. That's what we do here. It's not about us. All of the things that the Bucs are doing in this community with their love of flag football, girls flag football, and the money that they've poured into that and taken that sport to the heights it's in Olympics. The Bucs have done that, and the laser vision. Their social justice programs that they do that actually go out and do things for people in need in this community. And that money is going to help people, like really freaking help people. The tons of money that the Lightning put into the community, tens of millions of dollars, $50,000 at every home game that Jeffrey Vinnick has been doing forever. And Matt Silverman once told me back in the beginning, let's see how long he does that. Well, I think we're at 14 years now, Matt. I don't mean to be mean to you, Matt, but that's the way the Rays operate. That's the way they think. And they're the outlier here. They're the outlier. This is John Cooper at the event the other night. Hopefully you can hear this audio.
Tampa, but this is what's special with Tampa. This is what it is. It's all of you. And because of all of you, and, for me and my family, this is all I ever know. This is all my kids have ever known. And contrary to rumors and whatever is going on out there, I'm never leaving you guys.
Never leaving.
Like I said, cost zero to be nice, and you've all been so nice to me and my family. I thank you.
How about that? Cost zero to be nice, Stu Sternberg. Zero. How much more do you want to take out of this community? How much? The Lightning, what did we give? $4 million for hurricane relief? The Rays gave him $1 million. It's a lot of money. I get it. But they just, time and time again, they don't stack up. They don't stack up. It's just, and again, this is not about me. It's not personal. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Mr. Sternberg. Stu, I'm just talking about what you're doing. Do the right thing. For once. Sell the damn team. Sell it. Walking with billions of dollars in profit. The city wanted to settle with you. They wanted to settle with you. They wanted to give you another 40, 50 million. I don't know what the number is. Probably there. So they could move on and develop the Trop site. But no, you won't settle. You're going to force this ridiculousness to pour 100 million. Okay, we'll say 56. And we all know it's going to be a hell of a lot more than that. So we can blow it up in 3 years. Or you can just leave and go someplace else. Look what everybody else does around here. Look at what Coop said. It's because of you people. We're not leaving. Everybody's working for everybody else here. Everybody's trying to help out in the community. Everybody's trying to come together and make it a better place for all of us to be, except you guys. We're going to go to Montreal. You're not a major league city. We're going to Montreal. In fact, we're going to put up a banner during the playoffs that says, "We love you, Montreal." This is what the Rays do. What do the Lightning, the Bucs do? They have money coming out. Just here, take it to all these deserving charities. We just want to support you. We're doing great. We want to give back. Yes, the Rays do give back in the community from time to time, but and the players do. The players were out there Caminero was out there on his off day doing a baseball camp. The players are out there doing stuff. The Cash, all the players, the baseball side, they're unbelievable. They're fantastic. They're great. And when they have a chance and they're not, and they talk about ownership and the place here publicly and privately, and it's like, ugh, man. When I went to this other organization, I really realized what being in the big league was all about. It's just, and it should be over and it should be done with. Just take your money and go. And let us be the baseball market that we know that we are. Half the reason the people aren't showing up at Steinbrenner Field is because they hate the owner. Duh. Same thing's happening in Miami. All over baseball, people aren't showing up because the owners aren't showing up. Why should they put out their hard-earned money, especially in this economy when disposable income is at an all-time low, for people who don't give a rat's ass and are just trying to extort money from the city? Nobody's going to do that. I'm shocked anybody shows up at the games, to be quite honest, and puts money in his pockets. But they want to support the team. They want to support the team, and they'll look past it. They're better people than me, these people of Tampa Bay. You people are the salt of the earth. Just like Coop says, it's because of you guys. I'm not leaving. Yeah, sorry we went on that tirade. No, actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Because and it's nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about what he's doing right now. We could be, and this has been going on for 10 years, 8 years now, longer actually. But when he stiffed Tampa, and I'm not going to say all the Ducks were in a row, but there was a deal to be had. And if we had a willing owner who wanted to work with people instead of trying to exact every freaking penny he can out of them, there would have been a stadium done in Tampa. That's how stadiums get done. People working together, not trying to exact all the money they possibly can from one side. That's when deals don't get done, and then blaming everybody else on the way out the door. Same thing he did to St. Pete. Same thing. So now we have a group of dedicated, the great people of Tampa Bay who live here and love this area, have deep pockets, love baseball, can see the possibilities here of doing it right for a change, putting the stadium where it should have always been. No disrespect to St. Pete. It's a lovely place. We all love the downtown, the beaches, and everything. It's awesome. Doesn't need a baseball stadium. Doesn't need it, shouldn't be there. So we could be putting this in Ybor City. We could have already had it done. And guess what? The roof wouldn't have blown off in a hurricane. We wouldn't have to deal with all this stuff. Everybody wants to blame the hurricane. That stadium should have been blown up a long time ago. So, yeah, let us do our thing. Just leave. We got people that want to do this. And you know what? They're going to pay you $400 million more than it's worth to get it done. And it's still not enough. Still not enough. Like, dude, how much? How much more money do you need? We're not asking you to build a new stadium. We're just saying take the money and run. That's all. Go. We can handle it. We'll take it from here. Thank you. These guys that want to do this, they could be doing a lot of other things with their money and their life than dealing with this. And at some point, they're probably going to get sick of dealing with it and move on because they got other things to do. So we need public pressure. I'm talking about violence or anything like that. I'm saying public pressure from the media, please. Can I not be the only one yelling about this? Can somebody else stand up and say enough is enough? Let us do our thing. Please leave. Sell the damn team. Not for me, for everybody, for all the other owners who want you gone, for the St. Pete City Council that wants to move on and build jobs, much needed jobs. How about the gas plant? Or how about we make restitution to the folks that were displaced so many years ago that you said was so important for the black community? Evidently, it's not really important now for you because you won't even settle and let them get going. It's mine, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking. Yes, because, we don't hear anything going on. Well, there's something going on. He won't settle with the city, won't let him move on, won't let everybody move on, sell the team. All right. Wow. All right, I'm going to take a quick break here, come back on the other side and get to your comments. Your thoughts about that. You don't have to do a diatribe like me, but you can put your thoughts in the comments. You can always do that, by the way, on YouTube. Just go to the JP Peterson Show. Also on Twitter, Facebook as well, on the JP Peterson Show. So check that out. All right, quick break. We'll come back on the other side. Intern Emily is here covering FSU baseball all last weekend at the regional, so we'll see what's going on with them. I have questions. I have questions about bad behavior. I have questions about really good pitching. So we'll get to that when we come back. All right, quick break. Back in 3.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute. JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Going through a medical emergency without health care insurance can cause you to go into crippling debt. In most scenarios, people are forced to either break into their retirement funds or worse, they're forced to file for bankruptcy. The sad truth is that health care insurance is crucial in today's day and age. Look, I get it. Many of you think you're never going to get sick and health insurance is really expensive. Well, we can help you out with that. Depending on your income, we can find great plans at huge discounts. God forbid you get cancer, a car accident. It could literally ruin you financially for life. So make the call and find out. Even though the open enrollment period is over, you may have some qualifying life events that can help you get covered right away. It can be very complicated, a very intimidating process, but we can help. Go to our website and check out all the 5-star reviews about our helpful agents. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. JP here for Riveters, the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. We're located just south of Ray J and Steinbrenner Field, so it's a great pre- and post-game spot, and the happy hour is amazing. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Check out these specials. $3 Bud Light drafts, $4 domestic bottles, $5 wells, $6 premium wells, $6 cocktails like margaritas. That's unheard of. And the Riveters food is freshly made daily. No freezers. Happy hour food specials include $3.50 tacos and barbecue sliders. $6 you get edamame or chips with the beer cheese, which is amazing. $8 buffalo chicken dip, my favorite. The truffle fries, chili cheese fries, also $8 at happy hour. As well as other specials throughout the week, including Taco Tuesdays, you get $3 tacos, and Wing Wednesdays, 7 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning, you get our amazing wings, 5 for $5 and $5 wells and wines. That's a good Wednesday night. So if you're tired of the preppy, overpriced, generic sports bars, come see the amazing, friendly bartenders and staff at Riveters, where customer service really matters. Riveters, just south of where the Rays and Bucs play. We'll see you there. JP here for my friend Jason Fawcett, owner of On-Site Construction. They do residential and commercial renovations and new construction. As a leading home builder and general contractor, On-Site Construction prides itself on transforming homes through superior craftsmanship, dedication to client vision, and an unmatched commitment to quality and service. It's about building relationships. We take the time to understand our clients' needs, preferences, and budgets so that we can deliver a personalized experience tailored to their unique vision. From the initial designs to the final touches, we're there every step of the way, ensuring that the end result mirrors your vision. Here are some testimonials from happy customers. G. Gibson says, no hidden costs, very honest, reliable, creative, and communicates well. Reasonable and fair with their pricing, no hidden costs. C. Smith said, did not disappoint. I'm very happy with the work. This company really cares and will take care of it. So if you're just thinking about building or renovating, give us a call and let's see what's possible. 813-579-5789 or check out our website at onsiteconstructionfl.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
I'm hot. Welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. We appreciate you guys jumping in here. Tim is getting checked out at the local clinic, he told me, for blood pressure is what he said. So we wish him the best. But Emily Peters covers FSU baseball is going to join us. We were just talking in the break, and I can tell you some very interesting information. She's been covering college baseball for last couple of years, so she can give us a really good feel for what's going on. So that's coming up here in just a little bit. But I want to get to you guys' comments here as we go through this. So Daniel Rivera says, that tells me settlement talks hit a dead end if I'm right on that. Yeah. He wouldn't do it. And I don't know what the numbers are. I'm going to try to find out. Here's another thing that chaps my ass. In Colleen's article said the city is picking up the tab for security costs at the Trop while it's under repair. City officials said it's typical practice when the city assumes control of a construction site. The council approved $800,000 for all labor, material, training, and equipment to guard the Trop through February 28th, 2026. Yeah, the Rays could have paid for that if they wanted to, because the city wasn't obligated to, but I'm sure the conversation went like this. Yeah, we're not going to do it. You guys can do it. You're doing the construction, so you guys do it. even though it's going to benefit the Rays in the long run. All of this is going to benefit them in the long run. How much money are they putting in? That's what I want to know. The Bucs put in $130 million to renovate their stadium. The Vinnick, I think, on the last round put in $60 million, 30 or $60 million of his own money to help renovate Amalie Arena, and constantly adds things in the playoffs. Like Jeffrey, for game production, we go out and get all the hologram stuff to up the game production because prices go up. But actually, we spend millions more in the playoffs on game production that we don't have to spend for the Lightning. But they do it because prices go up. They want to give a better game experience. They want to up the experience. It's unbelievable. So yeah, they B said, why would anybody buy a baseball team today? Dying sport, trending towards minor league, maybe for 200 million 20 years ago. It's a good point, B. Oh, B changed his avatar. We now have a cat. It's a cat. You know, use a dog. It's a dog show. It's not a cat show. It's a dog show. So if you're going to be on the show, get me a dog. But it's cute. It's better than nothing. Better than what you had, B. I'll give you that. Brandon Weed said, people who bitch and moan about raised ticket prices never go on a third party like SeatGeek or StubHub. Had a conversation in public a couple weeks ago with someone about it. How do you people not know? Don't go to the Rays website. Go to TickPick. Get tickets for $6 for today's game. Like, come on. $6. And the people and by the way, that's not the Rays cutting the prices. No, Stu's already got his money. These are season ticket holders who got soaked for double and triple what they pay at the Trop, and are now trying to resell some of their tickets because they can't go. So, yeah. Bucs Basement says the Knicks fired Thibodeau because they know he can't get them to a championship. I wish the Bucs would realize the same thing about Bowles rather than likely wasting Levante and Evans last seasons. Well, listen, that ship has sailed, Bucs Basement. You know, I'm a huge Todd Bowles fan as a human, as you know. I have my issues with his game management, and he's doing everything he possibly can do to address it. That's all I can say about Todd Bowles. He lacks, he's not stubborn. He's not a me guy. He's doing everything he's asked to get better as a coach. And I think that's all you can ask of the man. So at some point, Bucs Basement, why don't you just get on the train? All right. He's our coach. Let's support him. They'll hopefully be better this year in game management, and they're tweaking the defense. So we get all the continuity on the offense. There's so much good here, dude. Let's there's so much good going on here. In fact, let me play this. This is Baldy. Brian Balding was at OTAs yesterday. And he came away very, very impressed.
Was a fun day here with the Bucs. Very spirited practice. A lot of good young players again. Got a chance to meet Emeka Buka, Benjamin Morrison, some of the guys are going to be counting on this year. Parrish. But to go with Kalijah and some of the young guys, the new coaches that are here, Charlie Strong coaching the defensive line, seeing Kevin Carberry working the offensive line, watching Bucky Irving here too, with Rashad White. Like, it's just fun to watch, man. Baker out here just firing dimes out here. Good drill to finish the day. Really good drill. 2 plays to get in the end zone, down in the red zone, man. You got to convert. You got to make the plays. It was good. Both sides of the ball. Very spirited, man. It was fun. It's a good, right there behind us, man. It's a great stadium. Raymond James right here. It won't be long before games are being played in there. But it was good. Good day out here. Good day of football. Learned a lot. And anybody that was out here, they got something done.
How about that? Baldy loves the Bucs. Loves the Bucs. Spirited practices. The guys are getting stuff done out there. Baker's out there. It's a great group, man. By the way, I saw a video of Hassan Reddick doing what he's doing, his individual workouts. If he's doing that every day, we got. And I'm not making it an issue, folks. I'm not making it a big deal. All I'm saying is, if I were him, I'd be here. But whatever, he's working out. He's going to be in good shape. He'll be here. It's fine. But I would just be here. I'd be learning. I'd be developing relationships with my teammates. But whatever, he'll be fine. Here's where is it? Pete Prisco. Here's Pete Prisco CBS Sports talking about what he thinks about the Bucs. This is pretty damn good.
12-5 and win a division again. I don't think this is a great division. You look at the Saints. I think they're going to go 12-5 and win a division again. I don't think this is a great division. You look at the Saints; they got a lot of transition. They got quarterback questions. You look at the Panthers; they might be a little bit better, but there's still questions about Bryce Young. And Atlanta could be the team that pushes them in the division. But I think this Bucs team is better. I think they're better than they were a year ago. I think they go 12-5, and I think they're a legitimate Super Bowl contender. And by the way, if they do make that push to get there and get close, or even get there and maybe even win it, Baker Mayfield's in for an enormous payday. I mean, he's scheduled to make $33 million is the average of his salary right now. He's in the bottom of the league, and there's only a few starting quarterbacks other than the rookies who make less than him. So Baker Mayfield has a...
Yeah, shut up, Pete. 12-5 and thinks he can win the... I'm with him. I think this team is that good. I think, we've said this. I think there's, 7 to 8 teams every year that can win the Super Bowl that have the roster good enough, and I think the Bucs are in that group. Now it's a matter of managing games, staying healthy, and making plays when you got to make plays. That's what football is all about, making plays when you got to make plays. All these games are pretty close. Schedule they have, first place schedule is going to be a lot of close games. It's going to be a lot of close games. So game management is going to be huge, and Todd's got to be better. The team's got to be better, but they got the roster. And that's it. And he's right about Baker. Baker's going to – but here's the thing. I don't think Baker's going to go for $60 million. I don't think he is. I think Baker wants a long-term home to bring his kids up in. He loves Tampa Bay. We're back to that. He's chip on your shoulder guy, loves the community, is out in the community all the freaking time. Man, I want him to win a Super Bowl so bad so this could be – and he'll be here for his entire life, man. I want this team. I love this team. They're such great guys. They're great guys. You want to root for them, just like the O2 team. And those guys are still here, right? Most of them still live here, still hang out here. We got rid of John Lynch, unfortunately, or he'd still be living here. It'd be part of our huge community, all the charity work that he did. So I want to see Baker. I want to see these guys win a title so they can just, be immortalized in Tampa Bay sports history and be here. And we'll be inducting Baker Mayfield and Tristan Wirfs into the Sports Club of Tampa Bay Hall of Fame in 10 years, while their kids are now 10 years old. They're babies who were born at the same time. That's who they are, man. I want Tristan Wirfs to be here, live here. I want Baker Mayfield to stay here. Mike Evans, all these guys that played on those teams and this team, I want them to be, they are, most of them already won one, but not Baker, right? I want Baker to have one too. And I don't think he's going to be that guy. I need $60 million. He might. He deserves it by the way things go, in this league, but I don't think he's going to be one of those guys. I just don't. It's not in his DNA. All right. I think we got to everything here. I didn't even screw it up. It's not bad. Not bad for me. Bucks Basement says, I'm going to say that anymore. I'm not going to do your negativity anymore. Sorry. You got to be positive around I'm putting your stuff up. No more bitching and moaning. What else we got? Daniel Rivera says, by the way, JP, you better believe that group that wants to buy the team is looking at some of those same numbers as well. Yeah. Again, these guys have lots of money. They want to do something great for Tampa Bay. And they could do a lot of other things with their money than risk it on a baseball team. I think B is right. This is not necessarily, I believe the Marlins are for sale now. The Twins are for sale. These things usually don't happen like this, but I think a lot of people are looking at trends, especially in terms of disposable income, and seeing, baseball, it's tough. And some of the salaries, I mean, they got to get a hold of the salaries. Baseball needs the major economic change. It's still driving like $12 billion in revenue though. So they're making money because they play so many games. But, the days of $60, $100 regular tickets for baseball games are over. And, I can tell you this, if the Rays do stay at Steinbrenner for next year, the same people they're not going to get soaked again because they lost their ass. So that's going to have to be addressed. Sergio Beltress, did you say tick pick? Yes, I said tick pick. I know what you're doing there. B says Stu deserves huge credit for that win. So inspirational and motivating. B's channeling his inner Rich today. Come on, man. Or Rick, did I say Rich? Rick. Rick's in. Rick says, did you just say that bigger isn't better, JP? Your wife is lying to you. I'm headed to the Rays tailgate right now. Shut up, Rick. Christopher Cole said, on a different subject, did you see the video of the Panthers draft room and they almost traded the 8th pick to the Rams? I believe that the Rams would have got Emeka. I think you're right. Christopher. I think that's who they were looking at. So, yeah, everything went the Bucs' way. You see the Bucs draft room when they got Emeka was still on the board. He's going to be a monster. Yeezy says the Stein was electric last night. Though there wasn't hardly anything to cheer for till the ninth. They almost left when Morrell came to the plate and swung at the first pitch. He looks so bad too. I'm watching this and I'm like, this guy's up in this point. And again, Cabby was a pinch runner. They used him as a pinch runner for Yandy, which that was the 3-2 run. So I was kind of weird, like, and you need 2 runs. So you're going to need more than 2 hits, but it actually worked out well. Cash pushed the right buttons there, but he didn't have the Chandler Simpson button to play. What he should have had he could have pinch run Chandler Simpson and then have Cabby's bat instead of Morrell's. But again, we got to keep this guy on the team for I don't know what reason. Come on, Eric. Saw Eric Neander the other night at this. Thanks to him for coming. Great dude. Love him. We had a nice conversation. I didn't bring up Chandler Simpson, but it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. And except for you're trying to do something with Morrell. I mean, he's hardly even playing. And when he's playing, he's terrible. Like, we need to win every game. We can't be giving away games and giving away at bats. The dude's are just a giveaway at bat. He's got no confidence. It's just, cut bait. Cut it. Stefan Gonzalez, welcome in, my friend. I haven't seen you here. Thank you very much for jumping in. Says Rays should trade Meisner and one of their arms for Lewis Robert from the White Sox. Yeah. I'm going to look that up. We've got one of our interns gave me a list of 4 guys that he liked. I'm going to call that up. But yes, I would trade. Can we throw Morrell in there in the trade? Maybe somebody will take him. But yeah, we can trade an outfielder. We've got a surplus of them. We got some coming back. And if we don't have room for Chandler Simpson, we can trade an outfielder. Absolutely. And we could trade. Imagine what we could get. Zach Littell's our highest paid starting pitcher, and he's pitching great, coming off a complete game. And I hate to see him go, but we got to trade somebody for something. You got to trade something to get something. And we have a surplus of pitching. We need another big bat. Oh, but we're scoring runs now. Yeah, but somebody's going to get hurt. You know that. Brandon Lau's going to get hurt. Josh Lowe's going to get hurt. I'm not speaking it into existence. I'm just looking at history. So don't sit here and say, oh, we're good. Our lineup is good. Yeah, for today, it's okay. But it's not where it needs to be if you want to win a World Series or get there. We got an opportunity this year with this pitching staff and the young players we have. They're inexpensive. Add some payroll in a trade and we can get there. Michael Sorga says country, opera, or rock. Well, country. If I'm ranking them, it's country, rock, opera. Opera. I've tried. I'm a cult guy. I go to the Straz every chance I get. I love Broadway musicals. Even the classics. Went and saw Shuck the other night. I gave you a review of that. Hilarious. It is a corn-fed Book of Mormon. It's fantastic. And it's about Tampa. They have a song they make fun of Tampa, and it's funny. It's really good. It's corny as hell. So go in there, have a couple drinks, take a gummy, whatever your thing is, and go in there and watch Shuck. It's freaking hilarious. You will love it. The cast is fantastic, and it's about Tampa too, which is funny. So yes, I like, but I can't get into opera, bro. I just can't do it. I just can't get there. But anyway, yeah, country first. And I'm going to Nashville this weekend. CMAs, baby. I can't wait. We're going to see so much good music this weekend. Oh, a full report on Monday. Hunter Tubbs says, you going to Longo Day tomorrow, JP? I am not, because I'm going to Nashville. I had my Longo day on Wednesday night when he came and got inducted into Sports Club of Tampa Bay. And we thank him for coming. And in case you missed it, he stayed for like an hour afterwards. And I'm sure his wife was not happy about that. But thank you both for coming. And it was awesome. He literally stayed and took pictures with everybody, as did Dickie V. All of them were there. Rob, everybody stayed afterwards, and all the people chatted him up because it's who they are. It's awesome. Mike H., third base coach Brady Williams was waving Cameronero to home. Then once he rounded third, put the stop sign on. He almost got run over. Did he really? Did Brady try to stop him? Thank God Cameronero was like a runaway train. Yeah. You had to score there. You were running out of good luck stuff to happen there. Feels like 97 in Tampa now, going to a burner at Steinbrenner, all 3 games daytime. I know. I think that's because of the Metallica concert. They had to move them. So blame Metallica. By the way, Riveters is the place to go before the Rays game and for Metallica. Specials going on, happy hour going on, $5 wells, $3 beers, the $12 chicken wing and Wildcat shrimp. That's the meal in itself. Great prices, great fresh food. It's not cookie cutter sports bar food, folks. They make everything fresh. All the sauces are fresh. Get the blue cheese with your wings. Medium. They do them. They're not breaded. They're perfect. They're really, really good. So get those wings and then get the blue cheese and the medium sauce. You will love it. You'll absolutely love it. So head on over to Riveters and watch all the games pre and post and before Metallica this week. And they got UFC. They got UFC Saturday night. No cover for UFC, the big fight. So if you're looking for a place to go watch the fight, Riveters is the place. So there'll be a lot of activity down there, but plenty of parking and no cover for UFC on Saturday night. So lots of great stuff going on at Riveters this weekend. Get there. Make sure when you go there, tell them JP sent you. Just say it to the hostess. Oh, by the way, JP sent it. Because then they'll keep supporting the show, and then that's how it works. Christopher Cole, on a different subject, did you see the video of the panel? Oh, yeah, you already did that one. What else? All right, that'll do that. When we come back, Emily Peters is here. She's going to talk some college baseball. This is going to be a really interesting conversation. She's got a lot of good inside information because she covers FSU and been covering college baseball all year long. A lot of people have been talking about this. Chipper Jones is talking about the behavior in college baseball. So it's going to be a really interesting conversation. Quick break here. Back in 2 minutes.
Going through a medical emergency without health care insurance can cause you to go into crippling debt. In most scenarios, people are forced to either break into their retirement funds or worse, they're forced to file for bankruptcy. The sad truth is that health care insurance is crucial in today's day and age. Look, I get it. Many of you think you're never going to get sick and health insurance is really expensive. Well, we can help you out with that. Depending on your income, we can find great plans and huge discounts. God forbid you get cancer, a car accident. It could literally ruin you financially for life. So make the call and find out. Even though the open enrollment period is over, you may have some qualifying life events that can help you get covered right away. It can be very complicated, a very intimidating process, but we can help. Go to our website and check out all the 5-star reviews about our helpful agents. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com. Spring means a time of renewal and Rays baseball, and the folks at Italiano Insurance want to welcome the Rays to Tampa and remind you it's time to renew those insurance policies with the now famous Italiano Insurance Checkup. Let the experienced and friendly agents shop your policy for the best price and coverage. Famous for saving me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year and over $500 on our homeowners. Now that's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Costs less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a big whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with the all-star agents at Italiano Insurance. 813-877-7799 or go to ItalianoInsurance.com. Go Rays!
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the Gold and Diamond Source. June is a very interesting month. The birthstones are Moon. What is it? Moon State. Yeah, that's what it is. Pearl Moon Site. They've got a lot of great things going on at the Gold and Diamond Source. Get on over there, interest free for 5 years. That means you can buy a $5,000 diamond for just $83 a month. So how about that? So get on over to the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Omerton Road, always online at the Golden Diamond Source. All right, we want to welcome in the lovely and talented Emily Peters. Hello, there's your camera right over there. Sorry, we don't have you should have your own camera here, but there, just to say hello to all the people.
That's all right. Hey, all people.
Well, yeah, there they are. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited for FSU baseball tonight.
Yeah, me too. You like my shirt?
Yeah.
Kinda
What is
old
that?
school.
Oh,
Mike
a little
Martin.
Mike Martin baseball school. Yeah, there you go.
Show it
Show
to
the
the-
folks.
show it to
Yeah.
people.
Oh, we were, I was
go.
up there at a 90s media reunion this week, and we were talking about 11. Mike Martin. What a hoot he was.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. Did you ever get to meet him?
I never met him.
You never met him?
personally,
Yeah,
no.
you're too
I was
young.
coming in right as he
But
was.
you've heard the
kinda going
stories.
out. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah, just one of the greatest guys ever. May he rest in peace as he watches down on us, and maybe someday we'll win a College World Series for him.
Maybe someday, very soon.
Maybe someday very soon. Do you think this team can do it?
I definitely think this team can do it. It's going to be a really tough weekend.
Yeah. Going to Oregon State,
Going to
Corvallis.
Oregon State. Yep. Literally could not go anywhere further. Listen to Link's presser this week, and
Link Jarrett, the head coach. You got to teach all these people
Sorry
because
about
they don't know.
Link Jarrett, head coach, listened to what he had to say earlier this week. They finally got over there Wednesday afternoon, so they've had a couple days to maybe settle a little bit. But
Acclimate to the time zone.
yeah, they had a trip out to Cal. Second to last series of the season. So he said, that kind of helped it out, but it's tough. You're on a completely different schedule. So they actually worked in an extra meal for the guys to try and get them acclimated to the time change and
cool.
keep their energy up and stay up a little bit later. Because tonight, of course, the game is at 6, which isn't too bad. But tomorrow,
So 3:00 their time.
Yep, tomorrow it's at 9. So
Yeah,
9-hour time. Yeah.
So this team has a great Tampa flavor to it. A lot of Jesuit kids on this team. Gary Sheffield Jr. is on his team. He doesn't play a lot, but he's an up-and-comer. Tell me a little bit about the Tampa kids and how big they will play in this. Obviously, Jamie Arnold, number one, may go number one in the draft. Big lefty, going to be starting off today, right?
No, actually, Vellini will be starting.
Vellini's starting
Joey
today.
Vellini. Yep, but he's
another
a Jesuit
guy
as well.
too.
Yep,
Yeah.
all 3 of the starting rotation are Jesuit guys. So
How about that?
you've got a pretty good odds to have a guy out there for sure. I know you want to talk Wes Mendez. He had
We'll talk about that in a second, but let's go over the series first. So we got so Vellini, and he's pitched really well lately, right?
Well, he's been the guy that they've really extended. So he's had a very intense season, and he's a transfer from USF. So another Tampa connection there, but he didn't pitch nearly as much as he did this year. So his last couple outings have been a little bit shorter. He's a different pitcher than Jamie and Wes. That it's not as many strikeouts. It's a lot of ground balls, kind of inducing soft contact. So the only thing that worries me about Joey Vellini starting today is Oregon State is a very physical, big team. So I just worry that maybe they'll jump on him early, but Joey's also a guy, like I said, that's been extended all season long. So he can eat up the innings. So if he can really command and have a lot of control and come out there today like he has throughout the season, find it again, I think he could be really good.
It's best 2 out of 3, right?
Best 2 out
in the Super Regionals.
Normal series vibe.
Okay, so why is he starting Vellini instead of Arnold?
Well, Jamie he's best when he has a full 7-day rest. So he went on Saturday last week, and it was kind of up in the air whether they were going to start Joey or Jamie in this game one. But like I said, Joey's really been the one that they've been able to kind of use as that Swiss Army knife. You can kind of bet on him, maybe a little bit less rest. And he's also had shorter outings. In the regional, there was a rain delay for 2.5 hours. So his start got cut short. And then, of course, in the ACC tournament, Joey didn't start a game. He actually came out of the pen after Wes Mendez. So only threw 40 to 50 pitches, I believe, in that ACC tournament. So he's had some shorter outings, more rest. So he's definitely the most ready to go. And Jamie, you want as your ace, you want him to be as rested as possible. And
you got to win 2 out of 3. So
Correct.
He's got to pitch one of the first 2.
Yep. Exactly.
So he'll, if you lose the first one, then he's going to get you even.
Yep.
If you win the first one, you can close it out. So that's great information. Thank you for that. I knew there was a good reason they were doing that. Yes. So let's talk about Jamie. He's had a great season. Yes. The draft is coming up. That's got to be on his mind. He's going to be a top 5 pick for sure. How do you feel he's going to pitch in this type of environment?
Well, this is where he thrives.
Right.
This is his time of year. And it felt like in that regional against Mississippi State, it just felt like everything this season that he's gone through. It's been a tough season. He's had a lot of expectations on him from the preseason, from last year. And I mean, like you said, he could go number 1 overall in the draft. That is a lot for a kid to mentally go through. And he's got a great family. I mean, they're great people. The Arnolds are awesome.
Tampa people,
great
baby.
people. So, it felt like in the regional against Mississippi State, everything that he's gone through over the season, some little, not necessarily big injury things, but there was a period of time during the season where he had to sit a little bit. It just felt like finally, like
he's
we
ready
saw
to
that
go.
Jamie Arnold performance, and he's hot right now at the right time. 100%.
You got to have that. You got to have that horse that's going to go out and pitch 7-8 innings, because in college baseball, bullpens can be flaky. Most of them are young kids. They're not your best pitchers. They all got good arms, but you just don't. The moments are big. You just don't know what you're going to get. So if you can get a starter that you can go 7-8 innings, or even the whole way, that's huge. So they can rely. And these 3 starters have been really good. The Jesuit kids. All right. Let's talk about Wes. All right. So he's the one in the middle of this controversy, and you gave me some great information about this. So if you don't know, during the Mississippi State game, you tell the story. You were there.
Yeah. So during the Mississippi State game, bottom of the second.
It's in the regional. Yeah.
In the regional, yep. Mississippi State pitcher, forget his name. Sorry about that.
Knucklehead.
Doesn't really matter.
Jerk
Knucklehead,
face, we'll call
Mississippi
him.
State Bulldog guy.
Yeah, idiot.
He gets a strikeout, bottom of the second, early in the game. We're not celebrating yet, but he certainly was. Jumps off the mound. He's mouthing off, like celebrating big time.
And taunting the FSU dugout.
Taunting big time. And, Link doesn't like this.
All right, in the backstory is that the umpires were worried about this, and they had a meeting before the game, and they told both coaches, we're not doing any of this shenanigans. Like, none of that stuff is going to be tolerated. Then the Mississippi State kid does it, and the umpire does nothing.
Nothing at all. And
so Link loses it.
Right. So this talk that the coaches, all of the coaches of the regional, so Northeastern, Mississippi State, Florida State, and Bethune-Cookman, they have all of these head coaches together with the umpires, and they are beating it into their brains, basically, that there will be no tolerance for anything like this. And of course, the umpires don't do anything when the Mississippi State pitcher comes off and he's jumping around, again, bottom of the second, don't really know what you're thinking there, mouthing off to a freshman,
right,
at best. And Link
that he just
like
struck
it.
out, right?
That he just struck out, and Link doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So, and something that should be known about Link Jarrett is he is going to stand up for his team 100%.
Yeah.
So he's going up to the umpire, and I'm not sure if this was during the interaction between Link and the umpires or after Link got tossed, but Micah Posey, the pitching coach, and some of the other assistant coaches are in the dugout looking for some documents, maybe saying like, this won't be tolerated.
Right.
Again, like this was
like
this
show
was
it to
a meeting.
him.
This
Yeah.
was established, and again, the umpires didn't do anything. So Link eventually gets tossed because he's telling the umpire like that's not okay. And so from the get-go, this is a heated matchup.
Supercharged atmosphere now.
big time. The fans are in it. It hypes up the players, both Florida State and Mississippi State. Everybody is just fired up now, right? Because Link Jarrett gets tossed. And if you'll remember from 2018, Mississippi State came into Tallahassee and kicked the Noles out of
That's
their
right.
regional.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
Wes Mendez, an Ole Miss kid.
An Ole Miss transfer, correct? Right. So he's from
this
Jesuit,
is Mississippi
but he went
State,
to Ole
so
Miss
he's already got some
year.
history with these guys,
right? So he doesn't like them. The rivalry is in his blood, and he also grew up a Seminole, so he is a huge Florida State guy. Doesn't like the Bulldogs, right? So it's chippy from the get go. I'm not sure if this was super. I don't know if people are aware of this because I was literally in the control room and didn't see this happen. But by the top of the ninth, a Mississippi State assistant coach and a player were tossed as well. So lots of stuff going on right. in this game, and lots of talk back and forth. And of course, Wes Mendez gets off the mound and has something to say to the batter.
He said something like
unconfirmed.
If you're reading his lips. You bunch of effing inbreds, something
along the lines.
It was bad.
Yes.
It was bad, and it has no place in baseball, and it's not something we want FSU kids to be doing. It's I want to say it's inexcusable, but given that background, I see where it came from. And you told me that this is not something that Link thinks is okay.
No.
And it was dealt with. Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen again, but it was a supercharged emotional atmosphere. These things happen. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite and say it's okay. It's not okay. And Wes knows it's not okay. And I'm sure he regrets it, but it's also, these are young kids and they're emotional, and, celebrate with your team, get fired up. You can show fire without taunting the other team. Just because they did it doesn't mean we should. Let's show some class and win with class. And I'm sure that's exactly what Link told him. But you've got the Florida coach, Sully, dressing down everybody he can find because his game's starting an hour late. I mean, my God. I mean, that's an embarrassment. But a lot of this is happening, and Chipper Jones pointed it out. Georgia does it all the time. It's just, you've been covering college baseball, and when Mike Martin was the coach, none of that stuff was tolerated. You wore your uniform a certain way. I mean, the eye black. It's like I'm going to a Kiss concert. Like, what the F's going on here? Like, what is going on in college baseball? And it seems to me that it's a lot of these kids in the SEC that are doing it.
Well, you've got the ACC and the SEC matchup going on with the Florida State example. And so it's obviously heated, and there's been a lot of craziness in the tournament already when it comes to SEC stuff. So
yeah, most of them got bounced.
Yep.
Would they have 14 in and only 4 left now?
Well, yeah, 9 of 13 lost.
Yeah.
So
there you go. So have you seen a lot of this chippiness in the ACC games?
No, I haven't. I will say one of our guys, Max Williams, is a bit of a hothead, and he was tossed against Stetson of all teams. It was a very emotional game, though. It was the game right after the shooting at Florida State, so emotions were very high.
Yeah.
And, I spoke with Max Williams a couple weeks ago about the situation, and just out of respect for him, I won't go into detail, but it was an exchange.
There was some history.
There was some history.
And some backstory. Okay.
These kids, including Wes Mendez, because I just talked to Wes on Tuesday, these are good kids. Like, they are.
What did he say about the incident? Did he say anything about it?
He didn't say anything about it, and I didn't necessarily ask him about it. Just keeping it positive for the most part. But I mean, I had a great conversation with him. He's very well spoken, and
so
again,
he's in a good
nice
headspace.
They're all in good headspaces, and I don't think that they are necessarily provoking the other team. I think they are so passionate, which makes them so good. And
it's part of the winning formula.
That comes into play. It's tough, but they're good kids. They are.
So all right, so they start today at 6 o'clock Eastern,
correct?
3 o'clock Corvallis time, and the fact that FSU was a 9 overall seed, which was a little low in my thoughts, so that made them have to go on the road to Corvallis, who was an 8 seed. Even though a lot of these other higher seeds, Vanderbilt, who was the 1 seed, they lost. So I think there was 3 or 4 higher seeds that lost. And instead of reseeding after this, they just go on with the bracket, which is so stupid, which is the reason why FSU has to go out to Corvallis instead of playing at home. While Miami, who lost like 30 games, is hosting Louisville. That make sense.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And Duke is hosting, and they don't have separate bathrooms for fans and players in their away area.
Wait, what?
Duke is hosting a super regional, and they're not equipped. They haven't been able to host a regional because their stadium is quote unquote not equipped to host a regional, but yet they can host a super regional. It doesn't make sense.
That's stupid. Come on, college, like, be better. This stuff is not hard.
It's awful.
It's not hard. So North Carolina is Arizona is hosting, and North Carolina is the 5 seed, right? Or no, that's North Carolina is hosting. Oh, I'm sorry, Miami's not. They got Miami listed second here, so I thought they were hosting. So Louisville is hosting Miami. Corvallis Regional, Chapel Hill, so North Carolina is hosting Arizona. Auburn is hosting Coastal Carolina, who came out of that, who bounced Florida. Arkansas is hosting Tennessee. That'll be ugly. LSU is hosting West Virginia. So Duke gets to host Murray State. Why isn't FSU hosting Murray State? Reseed, whatever. And UCLA is hosting UTSA. So I guess the good news is a lot of these top teams have been bounced already. So, and probably some top seeds will get bounced in this round. But the bottom line is Florida State, who was in the top 3 most of the season, is really one of the better teams that are left in the draw. So if there's ever been a time, they got to get through this super regional against Oregon State, who was seated higher than them. It's a good baseball team, but this is a great opportunity for FSU to get it done.
It's huge. And if you factor out all of the travel, I said if there was a chance that we could host this super regional, I know 100% that we would make it to Omaha. Now, with travel and everything like that, you don't know how it's going to affect the guys. I know last time they were out in California, a lot of them got sick. A lot of them got some kind of flu from travel and being out there. So you hope that doesn't happen, especially if they are on their way to Omaha. But I also heard from the team that they're headed out to Oregon State now. And if they do make it to Omaha, they're going straight there. They're not coming home. So they're
going straight to Omaha.
3
Wow.
weeks.
Okay.
So it's a long road trip, but your season's on the line. So you got to do everything you can to make it.
But I mean, I don't want to sound like a whiner here, but at what point does FSU get a break? Like in any of this stuff, going back to the snub and everything, it's like one slap after another, like one after another. And it's like, golly. All right. So go out and win, take care of business, and do what you got to do. That's all there is to it. John Hill says FSU bullpen is the question mark. I think everybody's bullpen is a question mark, though, isn't it?
I agree with that. I think what you've seen as of late, they did not allow a single run in the regional. They didn't use a ton of bullpen arms, but you've got a guy like Peyton Prescott who came in game 1 of the regional. He throws 99. He was up to 99 on Friday of that regional, which is pretty crazy. And then you've got Joe Charles, who's been through a lot in his career, in his collegiate career. And you've got some guys really stepping up now. So I think they're kind of figuring it out at the right time. It's always going to be a question mark, but you saw Jamie Arnold and Wes Mendez go extended in the regional, and that was huge for the bullpen. So if we can see 7 innings out of both of them and Joey Vellini, who's proven that he can go pretty long as well, then I think anything's possible for this team.
Well, I don't know anything about Oregon State. Do you?
No, I actually asked Wes Mendez on Tuesday. I was like, so really. Give me the scouting report. Tell me about Oregon State. And he said he did not know a thing. So I'm sure that was plain homework.
That's what the plane ride's for.
Correct.
All right. Emily, great job. Appreciate it. Stick around for the end here. I want to do some more comments and all that fun stuff. So another quick break. We've got some breaking news I've got to get to you guys. So we'll do that. And there's a lot of great comments that have come in. Yes, James, I see your comments. I'm going to read them now. So quick break here on the JP Peterson Show. Stay with us. Summer is coming. Do not get caught with your unit unprepared. Your AC unit, of course. The awesome folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC have a special going on right now. You get a free 1-year maintenance package with any purchase of a new unit. They have special 60-month financing as well, so you don't need a huge chunk up front. Third Generation has an impeccable reputation built over 30 years of doing business. They do plumbing, AC, mechanical work, anything you need around the house. They are trusted folks. Go to the website and read the 5-star reviews. Deidre said, great company that always arrives timely. We have used them for our AC both in home and business and have been
very happy. The staff is knowledgeable and professional. I would recommend Third Generation again and again. So give Third Generation a call at 813-961-8024 or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Are you looking to renovate your home, rebuild after the hurricanes, or build your dream home from scratch? Well, let me tell you about my friend Jason Fawcett and On-Site Construction. They have over 1,450 satisfied clients, 25 years of experience, over 500 designs, and a talented team of over 40 construction professionals. They believe building something exceptional begins by truly focusing on all the details, even the smallest ones. We understand that construction can be a daunting process, and we're here to make it as smooth and stress-free as possible. Quality is non-negotiable at On-Site Construction. We use the finest materials, employ the most skilled tradespeople, and adhere to the highest industry standards to deliver a product we're proud of and that you're going to love. Our project management is meticulous with a focus on completing projects on time and on budget. Your happiness is our primary driver. So give us a call at 813-579-5789 or check out our incredible website at onsiteconstructionfl.com.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show here. Emily Peters, intern Emily, sitting in with us. Just gave her a little job to go find the Rays lineup for today. I keep forgetting they're starting at 1:10 today. And I hope it gets a little cloudy. It's going to be ugly out there if it's not. Yeah. So yeah, if you get the lineup, let me know. If Christopher Morel is in the lineup, you want to read it? You want me to?
Oh, I can read it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I got to find something here real quick. Maybe a breaking news story, but I doubt it. So yeah, see what you can. Go ahead, give the lineup like you're giving it out over the PA.
Oh, you're gonna love this. Batting first.
Am I really?
J Lo.
All right. I like so far so good. We're going good. Yeah.
J Camaro.
Okay.
J Aranda.
Caminero. All right. I like that. J. Yeah. Okay.
J Mangum.
Okay. Mangum's in the batting cleanup.
Fifth.
Who's fourth?
Aranda.
Okay. Where's Caminero?
Third.
Okay. Sorry. I'm
doing about DA over here.
No, I'm doing something at the same time, which usually doesn't work out too well with my limited capacity.
Well, another J for you. Caballero.
Okay, good. Played shortstop.
Face. M. Face. Batting 7th.
Yeah. All right.
Batting
Good.
8th. C. Mead.
Wait. Curtis Mead's in there?
Yep. 8th.
Brutal.
And batting 9th is, of course, Walk-Off Walls.
Walk-off Walls. There you go. By the way, you know how many walk-offs he has this year?
2.
You know how many Aaron Judge has? 0.
Really?
0.
Okay, Taylor Walls.
Yeah, there you go. So we should be paying him $60 million by that. By the way, the Golden Diamond Source is celebrating summer with the largest jewelry collection. Summer is here and the perfect time to shine with the exquisite June birthstones, pearl, alexandrite, and moonstone. You need a moonstone ring. June birthstones are those great ones, and everyone is great for a summer occasion. Celebrate the milestone of a 30th anniversary with the timeless beauty of pearl. Pearl is for 30th anniversary. So there you go. My good friend Tom Shea is having his 34th today. So happy anniversary to you.
Right now, enjoy 5 years of interest-free financing. You can buy a stunning $5,000 ring and pay only $83 a month with zero interest for 5 years. And if you shop online at goldendiamond.com, you get 15% off the June birthstones, pearl, alexandrite, and moonstone. And it's the perfect time to buy because the Golden Diamond Source never loses its value. If you buy a diamond there, you can trade it in the future. And we just had the double trade-in thing going on in May. So sometimes you bring it back. Not only do you get what you paid, but you get double what you paid. So it's the only place to go. Golden Diamond Source. Father's Day is coming up. So they got great watches. They got a whole new expanded men's area. So ladies, go to the Golden Diamond Source for Father's Day as well. So get on over there. All right. Let's go to the rest of the comments here before we get out of here, Emily. Maybe you can help me out with some of this. By the way, we had one of our commenters, More Right Rudder, said we need more Emily. So, yeah, here we go, Murders. We need Emily's input more often.
Can't argue with that.
There you go. Didn't think you would. I'm not reading that report that you sent me. Sorry, Bucs raise bolts. That's just silly. Bill Belichick is not coming to coach the Buccaneers. I don't care what Mike Florio says. HSN site for the Rays? Nope. It's not happening. Chris Lavala said that yesterday. We're not doing any of that. They're not working with no. It's not happening. James. Okay. James is in here. He needs to get his thoughts in here. Thank you, James. Said, I've been critical of Todd Bowles, but he has created the best culture in the NFL. Bucs will win 12 and play in the NFC Championship game if healthy. I agree with you 100%. It's time to get off Todd Bowles, and he's doing everything possible to get better. Listen, he's either going to manage the games well or he's not. And when we talk about it, we're going to see, here comes the season. We're 12 Saturdays away from college football. 12. How about that? Hunter Tubbs says first step of keeping the Rays in Tampa Bay is getting an extension at the Trop. A New Times article just tweeted, what a joke, never-ending soap opera. Yeah, listen, I get that. And Manfred said that. I believe Manfred said that. So if new ownership does take over, then they can play at the Trop for 3 years while they build in Tampa. So I'd rather than play at Steinbrenner, but I understand why they want to be at the Trop. It's for postseason, all that stuff. I get it. So they may have to start at Steinbrenner next year and then move into the Trop. That's fine. Just as long as we get new owners, I don't care. Just let's be moving on. It's not the best for it's not what's best for St. Pete, unfortunately, but as long as this team stays here and they get it sold, that's all that matters. What else do we have here? James also says, and Baker is not greedy. He loves his own line and wants to make sure they get paid too, JP. I agree with you. He says, if you pay your quarterback $50-60 million, you can't build and develop. Look at Dallas. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying about Baker. He's us. He's one of us. And he's not going to try to break the bank. I mean, I think he'll be more than happy with $40 million. More than happy. You give him a 5-year deal, $40 million, $180 guaranteed. You think he's going to say no to that? No, that's exactly what I think that's going to save the team $20 million a year to go build, to get Gedeke paid and to keep Cody Mock around. And when he comes up and Graham Barton, all that. Yeah. He's smart enough. That's exactly why. Yeah. Daniel Rivera says, Romano mentioned in the Times this morning that the key to a long-term extension in Tampa Bay is a Trop extension. Okay. I get it. It's fine. As long as we get a new owner. And Daniel Rivera says, give Neander a real owner and you watch him really get stuff done with the roster. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Yeah. Can you only imagine what we would be like if we actually had a real payroll? My Lord. And finally, B says that cat is coming for you. Bring it on. I'll sick tally on him. My Labrador will defend me against that nasty cat. All right. What else did I forget? Anything here? I was going to talk about the Minnesota softball thing. I retweeted that. Go look at that. It's absolutely ridiculous. And we got hockey tonight, right? Edmonton up 1-1 or up 1-0 on the power play goal in overtime. And yeah, we missed talking about Aaron Rodgers, but everybody else did yesterday, so we don't have to comment. It's a nothing, We love Mike Tomlin. We love the Steelers, but not that much. And he ain't going to make that much of a difference. That roster is just not great. So good luck there, Aaron Rodgers. Hope you have a good time.
Emily, thank you.
Thank you.
Where are you watching the FSU game today?
At home,
At
where
home?
I can safely feel all of the emotions.
Do you get worked up?
I get worked up. I'm very superstitious.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm all the things right now.
I'll be at Riveters for happy hour. Starts at
Okay.
3:00.
That's a Gator bar, though.
Not today.
Not today.
Because they ain't playing.
That's right. They're
Today
out.
it's an FSU bar. Absolutely. Don't forget Riveters this weekend before the Metallica concerts, before and after the Rays games. The Rays getting ready to start at 1:00. And for UFC Saturday night. No cover for UFC. So get on over there. Tell the great staff, hey, JP sent us, and you never know. Sometimes they give away free beers when you mention my name. I'm not promising, but if you're really nice and you order a shot with it, they'll probably give you one. So see what happens. Go on over to Riveters. Tell them I said hello. All right. Thank you again, Emily. Appreciate it. Go Knowles. Thank you guys for watching. We got through this today. I didn't even screw up that bad, but I'll probably screw up the end here. So 3:00, 1:00 first, we get the Rays and the Marlins. Don't forget Evan Longoria tomorrow as well. And then what else we got this week? We got Metallica, and I'm trying to fill here while I put the end slate up, even though Tim wasn't here. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. I am supposed to add the close music here too. See if I can get that right. Boom. What a great show. That was really fun. We didn't miss you, Tim. Have a great weekend.